Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are and whatever time you are looking. My name is Naresh. Today I will guide you through the performance appraisal system of National Catering Company group of companies. Let's get started with the website of our company, www.nccauh.a. First, you need to go to this website. Just give us time, and the left side corner you will see employee portal. Click on employee portal, and here comes the iTalent, which is the talent management system. The beautiful quote starts with, before you think where are you going, think where are you now. What does that mean? Yes, exactly the same what you are thinking right now. We need to know where we are before we take a step that where we want to do, because things what we want to do must be measurable, and we need to realize where we are now. Click in login. Yes, and you will see the login screen. In this section I will only go through how to conduct performance appraisal. So if you do not have username and password, please find another video that guides you to go through how to create passwords and updating your information. Now let's get started. Enter your badge number and the password that you have. Click on login button. This is my profile. Here you can see the top menu, and please be reminded that top menus are available on the basis of your level. If you are a manager or if you are a supervisor, then you might have the variations in this available menu. To start with the performance appraisal, you need to click on performance management, and you must go to performance appraisal. Click on performance appraisal, and here you will have three different informations. One, appraisal dashboard. Two, performance appraisal, which is probation, and the third one is yearly performance appraisal. Click on yearly performance appraisal. It will take you to the area where the performance appraisal starts. Now for me to start, I need to click on performance appraisal. A quick information: if the profile update, which is if you scroll down and if you see this area, if the profile is not completed 100%, you cannot conduct the appraisal of the employee. If the profile is not completed, please check with your admin team or the talent management team in HR. Now, second most important thing when we do performance appraisal is that performance appraisal is about the discussion, which is also the one-to-one meeting or one-to-one coaching and giving feedback to the employee or from a rater. It is finding out what were things that went well, what were the goals that were achieved, or what are the strength areas that were identified or observed, and what are the further development process that we are going to agree on. It might be the departmental goals, it might be the individual goals. And two major purpose of carrying out performance appraisal: number one is the developmental purpose, and number two is the administrative purpose. So here you can see the performance appraisal. Click on performance appraisal. It provides you the initial information. If you remember, these key accountabilities are extracted from the job description itself. Okay, if you need more information, what does this assistance mean, you click on this area and it will show you the description. Providing administrative support as required, including in respect of NCCGC scheme. So here the performance indicators are supervisors and managers feedback. I see this area is effective. Continuous development, again same, you can mouse over on this area and then you can see the description. I say let need improvement. Yeah, the moment I say need improvement, I must justify why do I say need improvement. And in justification, functions of Microsoft Excel need to be improved. Okay, I give the justification and I'm going down. Documentation, available process, I say effective, this effective, health and safety effective, mentoring and coaching effective. Policy and procedures, strategy and development, system maintenance effective, and system operation, I feel it is outstanding. Now these are the parts that we completed in accountability section. And the core competency: adaptability and flexibility, So effective building relationship, needs improvement, collaboration, effective conflict management. That's the reason that the appraisal must be carried out by the direct supervisor or the direct line manager, because those people, they work hand in hand with the employee. We completed competencies. The competencies, as you know earlier while we were doing our training, one is the core competency and the other is the functional competencies. Here in this list, it is a combination of both core competency and functional competencies. If you scroll down, you will see any disciplinary action that were given to this employee, and what are the trainings that she has completed until now, and the number of transfer, if there are any transfer for these employees. Why do we need to have this information of transfer? Is to see that how many times the employee was transferred, because if the frequency of transfer is higher, most probably it is going to have impact on individual development, number one. And number two, to identify whether the transfer was because of the organization requirement, because of the project requirement, or it was some transfer that is because of some behavioral or attitude issues. Okay, feedback on behavior and attitude. This is where we utilize 360-degree feedback. Supervisors and above will be rating on the behavior or attitude of the staff. Now let's say I call it's 4 out of 5 star, and here are 3 different other rating area where it says interpersonal agility, strategic agility, and operational agility. These areas are to find out whether somebody has the knowledge, skill, and competencies for a future development. Let's say, for example, if I'm a salesman, if I want to become a sales manager, do I have that enough knowledge? Do I have that skill, or do I have that competencies? That is what we rate. Okay, let's say for his next career growth or next development, I see 3. So how is this guy on this area, right? And here the EPM score, if you see this EPM score, it means any staff who is having EPM, when you are done with this, click on submit. So that's the first phase of our appraisal. Before going here we need to be clear that when we conduct appraisal, it is a one-to-one discussion. So either I do the rating first and I call employee and we discuss. These are the area that we have identified. These are the area that I think you need to improve, and these are the area you are doing well. I see you potential in this growth, so these are the things you need to do. Now the moment I explain this, the employee must accept. That is very crucial, because the moment staff doesn't accept that I am poor or I need to improve on this, then the development plan doesn't work. It doesn't help him or her to really develop. Yeah? So the first section, we do one-to-one discussion. Either you print out on a paper and later on put it on a system, or you do the live update on a system. It completely depends upon you. Now the moment you finish with those ratings, and then comes the area of improvement. So there are 2 different areas of development. One, building relationship, and another, continuous development. This is the competency. It is myself, a manager, and a staff, that to select a right intervention tool for this proper goal. Now let's say, is internal training a right intervention? Can we give them a training and they can develop themselves? Or do they require coaching, or do they require peering, or some job rotation, or some self-development? If it is a self-development, is an individual capable enough to develop themselves, or they need any type of assistance from us? Okay. Now we agree that okay, we'll do coaching and mentoring. This is the best development method for you, and it goes to continuous development. So what do I need to do to develop myself continuously in the skill of talent management system? Here again, what do we need? Is internal training going to help? Most probably no. So this pair with the body is like, for example, for Desi, if I pair her with Suhel, or if I pair her with myself and continuously give her a feedback, then most probably it may help her development plan. Okay, so both of us agreed, and the development plan is set. At this stage under development plan, what we did, we set the intervention, which is mentoring and coaching, and internal training. We need to set an action, what we are going to do in coaching and mentoring, on what interval we are going to meet and check what is the outcome, the outcome that we agreed. So let's say every 15 days we are going to meet up, and what is the outcome that we agreed, because this is a coaching. So the outcome that we agreed, the moment you say outcome, please make sure that is measurable. You can measure that outcome. From P on building relation. So the agreement date, that means we agreed. Now let's say we agreed on 15th of February, and what we agreed is like how long it will take for you to improve on this particular skill, maybe 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. So we select that date and we fix it here. So we have already set coaching and mentoring. Now we said okay, continuous development, it is coming from accountability. We have selected okay, we are going to send you for a internal training. Select talent management. Okay, target date means this training has to be completed by 15th of April. You can add other more trainings, and if you are done, you can click submit and close. Successfully done. Click on submit for verification. So here we go, our appraisal system is done. Now myself as a supervisor of Daisy, I completed my part. Now let us see how Daisy sees this appraisal. Okay, and let us see how my manager sees this. From my part, I completed the appraisal and I submitted. Now the moment my manager logs in, then my manager sees over here 4 performance appraisal verification pending. The moment I click on this button, then the system will take me that okay, these are the performance appraisal and these are the score, and here is the action that what you want to do. Let's say for example, my supervisor completed performance appraisal for this gentleman, and now it is me as a project manager or second position. I want to give increment, and the system will tell me sorry, increment not allowed for score below 75. Okay, so if the score is below 75, by default system doesn't allow you to give any increments. If you select in increment and click on action button, it will show you the details that next level of position you want to give, what is the promotion, what is the increment amount you want to give. And if you select none, okay, you don't want to take any action, and then this is the result that you have received. You click on none and you click on approved. Let us consider there is Daisy, who is a staff, there is Naresh, who is a supervisor. So Naresh did the appraisal for Daisy, and there is, let's say, Prince, who is above Naresh. Now all the action is happening from the level of Prince. Now Prince is determining whether to give the salary for that particular person. Now another manager, who is let's say Carol, has now information on all of those activities. Let's log in and let's see. The moment Miss Carol, to whom everybody is reporting, now Miss Carol can see the overall result of what is the progress development plan, what is the action taken until now, what is the score, what is the position. And if a manager wants to see the performance appraisal, they can click on the view button and they can see the complete details of the performance appraisal. So far so good. Is it clear? Excellent. Let us see how it looks like from my dashboard. In order to see what is the progress, I must go to organization chart, my team, and do you remember we assigned the training and we assigned coaching and all of those development interventions. So if it is a training, the update comes from training management system. The training management system automatically communicates and the progress will be on the status. Now if you remember, for coaching we said that every 15 days we will be meeting each other in order to find out how is the progress and what is the progress. Now here is, as part of evaluation, need to improve building relationship. This was the objective, and expected outcome was achieve positive feedback from peers on building relationship. This is what is the progress. Now remember, it is not only myself as evaluator just rating this, but before I rate this, we check each other, how is the progress, does she need any help from my side, are there any things that she's having difficulties to achieve that outcome, and click on submit. Submitted successfully, which means I updated the progress of days. Can you see here the development plan? And where did we set this development plan? We set this development plan while we were conducting appraisal, when there was one-to-one discussion, one-to-one meeting. We both of us, we agreed on the development plan, and the progress, the person who is a coach, who is acting as a coach, has to develop the progress on the basis of the information that we put as a interval period. Like if we agree to meet 15, then every 15 the system gives a reminder. The performance appraisal system is finished to start a new journey, and the new journey is now the staff, they get the information on their development plan, and over here if you see the right corner, they will see what is the year and what is the score. Okay, and it is very interesting part that we all need to know. If there was no one-to-one communication, if the performance appraisal was only looked at from one side where staff did not agree, then the staff, they have the chance, they have something called appeal. They can appeal against the performance appraisal done for him or her. So if any staff, they think that their performance is not justified, click on appeal button. You need to select the category, and then you need to put the details. You need to describe, I was not invited to the appraisal meeting, and I do not agree with the performance rating. So the moment this complaint or appeal is submitted, and at first level it comes to HR goes back to employees and the person who is a rater or the manager. There will be a discussion, and if HR is able to come up with the conclusion, this appeal, it closes here, and there will be another performance appraisal. If HR is unable to come up with a conclusion or with a solution, then there is another higher committee that is made up of CEO, COO HR, and COO of that particular division, where CFO is included. And the four people, they sit together and they discuss on the appeal of that particular performance, and they come to the conclusion. Isn't that beautiful? Yes, it is. So I hope the demonstration was very much clear, and once again, thank you very much for going through this demonstrative video. If you face any type of problems while operating the system, you can directly contact myself as a Naresh, Miss Desi, or Mr. Suhel from IT. And this is very right time for us to improve the information that we have already encoded inside the system. So if you think that the information has to be updated, information has to be modified, you are most welcome with the suggestions and the feedback. We always appreciate your feedback. Thank you very much, and you will be very soon informed on the timeline for conducting performance appraisal. Thank you.